one true
Fantastic and cool.
A very great guy.
Great friend.
magic. Brilliant.
Great captain, worked hard for Chelsea.
Right, I think I started playing football around about 7 years old. I played for my dad's team, which was called the Rugby Club. I was spotted by Southampton, and then they decided to keep me there after my 6-week trial. And then I signed schoolboys with them, and then I signed apprentice, and then unfortunately they let me go. And then I ended up signing for Wimbledon, and that was the crazy game at the time. Wembley's my favourite ground. I think every time you play at Wembley, it's either for playing for England or you're in some kind of final. My advice to younger players is to listen, to practice, try and understand what their weaknesses are, and once they find their weaknesses out, make sure you make your weaknesses better. My best friend is Vinnie Jones in football. He was best man at me and my wife's wedding. I've known him a long time. We ended up at Wimbledon together, and still very, very close. My inspiration was probably my parents. I think they was very important to me, and they drove me and pushed me in the right direction, which was great. My childhood idol was a fellow called Stan Bowles. He was a friend of my dad's, and he used to play at QPR. I think Alex Ferguson is obviously one of the best managers in the world. The success in the things that he won for Man United was fantastic, and obviously he did mention me a few times and gave me a bit of stick, but you know what, I've got the utmost respect for that man. I think the goal against Milan, I think Chelsea still sing a song, the fans still sing a song about me, and it was 10 minutes to go, and I scored a goal that in the San Siro. That was it. I think it's really nice. It's obviously I must have done well there, which I know I did, and I won a lot of trophies. It's always nice to go back there because they always sing some nice songs about me. Very difficult. I think you, when you're playing, you go in at 9:30. You start at 10:30. You train for 2 hours. You go home. And when you're a manager, you have to prepare everything, and then you have to rely on the players. And sometimes the players don't play as well as you'd like them to. But you know what? Everyone wants the best players. Every team, every top team wants the best players. So if they've paid it, I suppose it is, because they paid it. It was difficult. It was so different because we had to clean boots. We had to clean dressing rooms, clean boots, and nowadays they don't do anything like that. The team that I would love to manage would be Chelsea, I think, because I spent so much time there, 11 years there, and it was quite successful. So that would be lovely. Don't think it'll ever happen, but I can always dream, can't I? I think it would be very harsh to say who was the worst player I played with. I can give you the toughest. The toughest one I played against was probably a fellow called Jimmy Case. He was very, very tough and very, very strong. He played at Southampton at the time. And I think the other one was Patrick Vieira, who played at Arsenal. So I think it's difficult, to say that the worst player, because they made it as a professional. I know making it as a professional is difficult to do. Well, I took a few things away from a few managers. Bobby Gordon was a fantastic manager. Dave Bassett, Luca Vialli and Terry Venables were probably 4 managers who I took things from when I became a manager. Oh no, I had a great relationship with Gus as a player, and as he was my assistant as well at Swindon. And I remember him coming down. I nearly tried to sign him at Millwall. He asked me, the next time you manage, if you haven't got an assistant, would you choose me? Would you pick me as an assistant? And I said yes, and I promised him, and I stuck by it. And now he's gone on to see bigger and better things, which is great for Gus. I've got a wonderful relationship with Franco. He's a lovely guy. He's very generous. I still see him. I still catch up with him when I can. I have a good relationship with him as well. I don't really see Terry a lot. I've done a show with him recently in Al Jazeera. Always liked Terry. Terry is a fantastic manager, you know, and I was fortunate enough to work with him as well when he was England manager. So he's a good guy, Terry. It's not so great, that one. I think obviously it ended not very nice. If I see him in a bar or a restaurant, I would always go and say hi to him. I don't know whether he would reply to me or not, or whether he'd shake my hand. I really don't know, because I don't know how much he feels. But I suppose it wasn't great in the end. There's one thing that really haunted me, to be honest, and it was a game against Real New Yorker in the semi-finals of the Cup Winners' Cup. The year before, we'd won the competition, and no team had ever gone on to win it twice, 2 years in a row. And I had a header in the last minute, and it come across, and it would have put us into the final. And I changed my mind slightly at the last minute, and I tried to flick instead of headering it properly. And ever since, it haunted me. So I wish I'd have headed it properly. I wish I would carry on with the Leeds situation, because we'd got minus 15 points and we became top, joint top, I think it was, by January. And it was something that was very special that year, because we'd done something that was very difficult and we put ourselves in a real good position. And I left. I won the cup in 1988 with Wimbledon, and also won the cup in 97, FA Cup in 97 for Chelsea, and also 2000. The one that meant the most was the 2001, and the reason being is because I had a little boy called Henry at the time. I took Henry up, and he's 13 now, and just all the guys, Franco took his kids up, Robbie took his, Gus took his, Vanderbilt. We decided to take the kids up to celebrate with us, and so it was a very memorable moment for all of us guys. No. Just after the game, I said to Robbie and to Gus, I'm going to take Henry up, I'm going to grab Henry, should we take the kids up? And they went, yeah. And it was just an off-the-cuff moment. I can't say that on camera, I really can't, because it's not very nice what I said to him. But one thing I will say is I didn't pinch him. Everyone asked me, did you pinch him? And I didn't. I think it was the fact what I said to him upset him. And we had a bit of rivalry going on for quite a few years, me and Nicky. I think playing for England is a wonderful experience. I think making your debut and being involved, and I was lucky enough as well to score on the England debut, so that was a nice time for me. I won £20 for George Michael or Paul. He played Paul, and I won £20 off it. I was chuffed to bits. Okay. I just put that down here. It's very difficult, by the way. Determined, caring, and sometimes I'd say, yeah, naughty. Be interesting to see how you cut that up.